So hi, my name is Jaleese and this is Infinite Modesty Design. Of course, who we are. We are a Toronto sewing and fashion studio. And of course, we teach you how to sew both in studio and online. If you need to find out more about our online sewing services, kindly click the link in the description below and you could definitely contact us. And of course, if you are new here, kindly consider subscribing and ring the notification bell to get more videos like this one. Now, stay tuned for this current video. Okay, so hi again. This is Jaleese, as you know, at Infinite Modesty Design. So in this lesson, we will be looking at how to read the tape measurement. So I know this is one of the feedback I've get from numerous of my beginners, or even people who actually have been sewing. Understanding the tape measurement, we are going to be working in inches only. All right, so let's start. Okay, so what we're going to do is just to understand the 1 inch. That's pretty much it. So in the cheat sheet here, this is just 1 inch here, right? So we know this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. So we could look at any one of them. So this here is just 1. That's pretty much it. This here is only 1 inch. All right? And I blow it up. So then basically I printed a blow up one so you could see it big and bold. All right. So let's start. So I cross all this in between line here because this is what we cannot see. So we cannot see here, we cannot see here, we cannot see here. Those in between line, this is what I cross it out. So if you see any of these, this is what you have to just cross them out so I could explain it better. And I'm explaining it in the term of for sewing, and that would be for a couple of videos down the line. Okay, so this is the beginning of our inch and this is the end of our inch. This is the beginning of our inch, the end of our inch. It's the same thing here, same thing here. Okay, so for this I'm just gonna do this one. It's the same thing I could do here, but I'm just gonna do this one. So this is the beginning of our inch here and this is the end of our inch here. Okay, so the first time we're gonna look at is here is the 1/8 of an inch. On our cheat sheet is this line here, the 1/8 of an inch. Remember I said this is crossed out, so that would be in between here. We cannot see what's there. So this is 1/8 of an inch right here. All right. The next line is 1/4 of an inch. So look at our 1/4 of an inch here. Again, this is the in-between line, so we're not worrying about that. So 1/4 of an inch here. All right. The next line, you guessed it, is 3/8 of an inch. Right. So it's 3/8 of an inch. And if you could give me a very good guess and tell me what this line is. Absolutely, it's 1/2 inch. So pretty much most of us, we know 1/2 inch itself. So we see this is the full inch, or this is the full inch, this is the half, right? This is the 1/2 of an inch. And again, we're just looking at this for this example, right? So this is the 1/2 of the full inch. So this is the 1/2 of the full inch. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead now. The next one would be 5/8 of an inch. All right, so 5/8 of an inch is right here. And the next one we're gonna go on is 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4 of an inch is here. That's our 3/4 of an inch here. All right. So from the 3/4 of an inch, we're gonna go. This one is 7/8 of an inch. So this is our 7/8 of an inch here, right? So 7/8 of an inch. This is our in between, which is crossed out. After the 7/8 is also crossed out, so that's here. And then this is our 1 full inch. All right. So this is our 1 full inch. So take your time, go over it again, just to make sure you really understand. So if I say let's do 1/2 inch, then you understand it's 1/2 inch. If I say let's do 1/4 inch stitch, you would know it's 1/4 inch, or you would know it's 1/4 inch on the tape measurement. If I say let's do 5/8 of an inch, it's right after the 1/2, so you know it's this one. If I say let's do 3/4 inch stitch, so you know it's 3/4 inch, so you know it's this one. If I say let's do a 1 full inch, then you know it would be the 1 full inch, or the 1 full inch, whatever it is. And again, if to say you want to go on beyond the 1 inch, then you know this is 1 inch, this is 2 inch, this is 3 inch, and so on and so forth. So that's pretty much it. So take your time, go over it again. What we will go ahead and do now, I will show you how to measure it on the sewing machine, so that would be in the next lesson. Okay, so now we will understand how to mark the measurement on the sewing machine, because when we're sewing now, I just want to ensure that you follow those measurements. If we said 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, and so on and so forth. So again, we're going to come back with our tape measurement, and we are familiar with this 9. So again, we're going to repeat. This is 1/4 inch. This is 1/8. I apologize. This is 1/8 of an inch. So 1/8 of an inch, then 1/4 inch here, then 3/8 of an inch, then 1/2 inch, which we are famous with that, right? Then 5/8, then 3/4 inch, then 7/8, and our 1 full inch. So that's what we're going to mark on the sewing machine. So what I want you to do now, we're going to take this and we're going to put the needle exactly on this line here, right? So we're going to put the needle exactly on our 1 inch, right? So once we do that, we see here, if you have a machine like this, the stick and heavy duty, you will see that this here is your 1 full inch. Okay? Now, we're going to mark the 1/2 inch and the 5/8 of an inch, and that's what I want you to do itself, because that's what we're going to be following, the 1/2 inch, the 5/8, or the 1 inch, all right, for this class. So the 1/2 inch is here, here, and then the 5/8 of an inch is right here. Okay? All right, so I want to make sure that you see that very well. So just remember, you take your needle and you put it exactly down on the 1 inch, right? Once you put it down on the 1 inch, you'll be clear to see. You put it down at the beginning of the inch, and again, it could be here, it could be here. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is just follow 1 inch. Then we mark the 1/2 inch, and then we mark the our 3/4 inch. So another thing I want you to do now, see that you mark it, you're gonna take your ruler, and this is for if you don't have any lines on your sewing machine. Okay? So if you don't have any lines on your sewing machine, you could go ahead and make a longer marking. Okay? And like this. So this would be when we ready to sew, we already have our marking. So if you think you're gonna forget, what I want you to do, just remember the first line closer to the needle is 1/2 inch. The second line is 5/8 of an inch, and the last line is 1 full inch. Okay, so that's the 3 lines we'll be using as we go along in this sewing tutorial. Okay, so stay tuned for the next lesson.